What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Ramtin. I'm a barber in Richmond Hill, Canada, and I'm here to show you what I've learn from you, and help us grow as a community. Here comes a tutorial of me doing the tour of my station. So today's video is going to be all about the Babyliss LoPro Fx. It's been out for quite some time, but this is a long-term review, how I feel about the clipper, the strength, weaknesses, whether you should have one on your station, and is it worth the hype that it had when it came out. So right off the bat, I'm not gonna bore you guys with the stats and the specs of this clipper because it's been out for a while. I imagine if you're watching this video, you've already watched unboxing videos of the clipper as well, so I'm not going to bore you with the stats and go over all of them, but I would put them on the screen right now if you'd like to pause the screen and take a look. Alright, now that we're back, let's start talking about the strengths of this clipper. First things first, it is a light clipper. Is it as light as the Stockcraft Rebel? No, but it is light. I believe it's actually just a little bit heavier than the Magic Clip. Very light clipper. I like the design of it. I like the all black look. It's called a LoPro. It stands for low profile, so I love the look of it. I love the all black. It is extremely powerful. Again, if you looked at the stats, or if you know the stats, you already know this. Very powerful, goes through bulk, no problem. And I love this wedge blade that's on the clipper. Now, from what I've seen of other creators, it seems that people either really hate this blade or people really love this blade. Now, I'm going to tell you my experiences with it. When it comes to this clipper, I find that it cuts a lot like a Magic Clip with the power of a Senior behind it. And I use that as a comparison because I used Senior and Magic Clip for a long time. It was probably some of my favorite clippers. Not anymore. That's why I got this. If that gives you a little bit of a spoiler, but I think that it cuts like a Magic Clip with the power of a Senior. So that being said, I think that cutting through bulk, you're gonna have no problem with this. What I really like about it is fading. It tends to give me a very, very soft blend when I cut with it. But what you sacrifice with that, and if you cut with the Magic Clip, you know this as well, is sometimes you're not gonna be able to cut super fast. It gives you a super soft blend, but it doesn't cut super fast. And I think something that might have to do with that is the bigger teeth, which help go through bulk, but not quite 100% sure. I find that it also cuts a lot like the Gold FX clippers, and I think that I'm gonna have to, give credit to that for that to the blade. Again, I find it gives really, really smooth blends. I find some of my smoothest fades come out with this, but I do have to take a little bit more time. I don't have to detail as much when I'm using these clippers for fading, but I do have to take my time when fading with these. Another thing is, I don't have these clippers zero gapped. I did zero gap them when I got them, but I didn't love the way it was cutting. And it chewed into my number 1 guard a little bit as well, which was another reason. But I have other clippers that I use. I like using my Stockcraft Rebel for taking out the zero line, so that wasn't too big of a deal. And a lot of times I'll actually use these for fading down, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, the strengths of this clipper, very, very, very strong, and it gives you a very, very smooth blend. Now, weaknesses, like I touched on before, you're not gonna be cutting super fast with these clippers as you might with something like a Rebel or a Senior or a faster clipper in terms of RPMs and speed, or maybe something like a Stockcraft or Gamma Ergo. I'm not sure which one it is. I also think that the weight of it, although it's very, very, very light clipper, like it's pretty much the weight of a Magic Clip, which is already a light clipper, but it does not compare to the weight of something like a Rebel. And again, I don't want to go too much into comparing this to the Stockcraft Rebel because I don't want to spoil the comparison video that I'm going to be making, but I think that this is also another great clipper. So next, should you have one of these on your station? I think you should. I love this clipper. This and the Stockcraft Rebel are currently my 2 go-tos. This is my favorite clipper, one of my favorite clippers to fade with. And I think if you have the space, if you're looking for one clipper to get only, then I'd say watch my comparison video that's going to be coming out between this and the Stockcraft Rebel. But if you can have multiple clippers and you're looking to see if this is the clipper for you, I'd say get one. I'd say if your friends have one, try it out, see how you like it. But I love using this clipper. If you like a softer fade, especially if you're not looking to create super tight fades, if you're looking for a nice soft blend, a little bit more of a stretch fade, I love using this clipper, and I recommend it to everyone. Actually, it's a bit controversial here in our shop because me and another one of our barbers, Joe, are the only two that actually really like this clipper. Everybody else is kind of about it. But there was a lot of hype surrounding this clipper before it came out, and I was very excited because I love the way that the Gold FX clipper cut, but I didn't like the fact that it didn't have good power. And biggest thing was the form factor. I really liked how the Magic Clip and the Senior felt in my hands, which is why I use them most of the time. So when I found out that Babyliss is dropping something that has that kind of more ergonomic feel, I was very excited. And quite honestly, to put it simply, I think it's worth the hype. I think it delivered. I think it's a great clipper to have. It's great for fading, and it has no problem going through bulk. Would I use it as my only clipper? Probably not, if I'm being honest with you, and just because that's mainly because of the zero gap thing that I talked about, and I don't know if that's just my experience with the clipper, but this wouldn't be my one-all be-all clipper on my station. But if you can have multiple clippers and you're looking for, different types of clippers that cut differently on your station, you gotta grab one of these. 100% worth the hype. So yeah, just wanted to keep this video kind of short and sweet. I don't want to bore you guys with all the details because there's so many videos already talking about those, and I wanted to drop kind of a more long-term review on these LoPro Fx's. So the conclusion is, grab one if you can have multiple clippers on your station. But would I use this as the only clipper on my station? Probably not. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If it brought you value, if you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and press the bell. I appreciate all your support. Thank you again for coming, and I'll see you in the next one.